Our second leading story takes us to Cote d'Ivoire. Three human rights organizations in the country, members of the International Federation of Human Rights, have filed an appeal in the country's Supreme Court against President Alassane Ouattara's decision to grant amnesty to some 800 prisoners in August 2018. They say it was illegal for the president to exercise this right and should have left the decision to be made at the National Assembly. Among the released prisoners accused or convicted of crimes against the state during the 2010-2011 post-election violence was former First Lady Simone Gbagbo. She had been sentenced for her role in the violence that cost the lives of 3,000 people. According to the president, the amnesty was aimed to foster national reconciliation.
Et du côté des groupes de défense
on the side of human rights groups, this thesis is refuted. According to Lido, amnesty is on the contrary a denial of justice, a refusal to do justice to those who are genuinely concerned by these crimes and deserve reparation. In short, without justice, there can be no reconciliation.
Yakuba Doumbia is a member of the Ivorian human rights movement. He joins us now from Abidjan, the economic capital of Cote d'Ivoire. Thank you for joining us. Yakuba, why and how exactly does this amnesty decreed in 2018 by the president in favor of certain political figures in the country becoming an issue for the Ivorian human rights movement?
Ce qui nous dérange dans cette amnistie, c'est d'abord que cette amnistie a été prise en violation en fait, de notre Constitution.
What bothers us is that this amnesty was taken in violation of our Constitution. Amnesty is a matter of law. As soon as the President of the Republic authorizes himself by ordinances to land an amnesty, then it must respect all the required forms. This was not the case, so we consider that amnesty is in this case illegal. Secondly, the amnesty closes all the hopes of many victims of the post-election period that we experienced in 2011. Amnesty is considered to be the mourning of these hopes. So, as human rights defenders, we believe that it is an obstacle to the truth. It is an obstacle to the legitimate rights of victims to know what happened and possibly to obtain compensation of what happened.
Alors effectivement, on l'aura compris.
Why would it be legal since the Ivorian Constitution recognizes this right for the President of the Republic?
Selon la Constitution du pays.
C'est parfait, la Constitution connaît ce droit, mais ce droit en fait doit être exécuté.
It is perfect. The Constitution recognizes this right, but this right must in fact be exercised on the basis of certain laws. The law referred to by the President of the Republic in 2018 in support of his ordinance is in fact the finance law. So amnesty here will be a way to implement the president's economic program. We say no, there's no link between amnesty and the economic program. In any case, we say there are thousands of victims that this has produced, and the President of the Republic must be able to give us today what is planned for these many victims. Because we are not the first, it is not the first amnesty in Ivory Coast. There have been several amnesties. It has not stopped the cycle of violence that our country has been experiencing since 1999. So in our role, we believe that the President of the Republic must go beyond the amnesty to give us hope, in fact, in these many victims who really want a reconciliation that can be sustainable.
And Yakuba, you have filed an appeal against this amnesty at the Supreme Court. What do you expect now?
This is a logical continuation of the graceful request we have addressed to the President of the Republic. In the Ivorian legal system, in fact, it is the Supreme Court that is empowered to sanction an illegal act by the President of the Republic, or the executive, that is, the administrations. Therefore, since our gracious request addressed to the President of the Republic did not receive any follow-up, we respected the deadlines by addressing the Supreme Court in full so that it could rule on the arguments and pleas in law that we developed in our request.
Une dernière chose, Monsieur Doumbia, que prévoyez-vous?
Finally, Doumbia, what do you expect if the Supreme Court decides against your motion, that is, with the Supreme Court?
Nous nous adresserons à des instances régionales.
We will contact regional authorities. We have ECOWAS, we have the African Court on Human and People's Rights. We also have the UN. At the international level, we believe the victims cannot be left at a loss and profit in the reconciliation process. In fact, through our action, we want these victims to be at the center of the concerns of both government, political actors.